the inside scoop about what's going on gun control in Congress. That's what I want to talk about today. Obama is pushing very hard for an assault rifle ban, for decreased magazine capacity, for increased waiting periods before people can buy guns, for better background checks and all kinds of things. But he knows that most of that is not going to pass. Not because of the Republican Party, but because of the Democratic Party. That's the part he doesn't tell you. Harry Reid, the majority leader in the Senate, was reelected to the Senate in 2010 by the skin of his teeth. And the key factor in his reelection was that he was endorsed by the NRA, which sent shockwaves through Nevada. And many other Democratic senators are very reluctant to vote for gun controls. Joe Manchin, the senator from West Virginia, Democrat, ran on the basis of opposing gun controls. Mark Pryor of Arkansas, Marie Landrieu in Louisiana, Kim Hagan of North Carolina, Kane of Virginia, are all going to find, McCaskill of Missouri, are all going to find it very difficult to vote for gun controls. Casey of Pennsylvania. These are hunter, active, vigorous gun states. And I don't think that Obama is going to be able to get the Democratic votes to pass this bill in the Senate. He certainly won't get 60 votes to overcome a filibuster. But I don't think he's even going to get 51 votes unless some Republicans cross over and vote for it. And I don't think that's going to happen much. So I think that what's going on now is Obama is pushing gun control at the top of his lungs, trying to play off the horrible massacre in Sandy Hook to gin up support for it. And of course, it's phony. If this shooter didn't have an AR-15, he would have killed a lot of kids anyway. The way to stop these violence, as we've talked about a lot on these videos, is put cops in the schools. We have 800,000 police officers in America, 100,000 schools. We can protect those schools. And that's what we need to do. But that's not their agenda. Their agenda is gun control, and they're using this as a pretext to do it. But why is he pushing it if it's not going to pass? The answer came very clear the day after Election Day, when in the United Nations, the United States voted to reopen negotiations on the Small Arms Treaty. We've talked about this in the videos, and I talk about it at length in our book, Screwed, and Here Come the Black Helicopters. But that treaty was going to be signed in July of 2012, and a brouhaha was raised, many of them by you and your friends who sent in emails, and Hillary backed off it, Obama pulled back, and they didn't touch it until after Election Day. But the day after Election Day, literally the Wednesday, the UN voted to reopen these negotiations in March. Now what's going to happen is they are going to use the Small Arms Treaty to enact the gun controls that Congress is refusing to pass. And Obama wants to build up support for the ratification of the treaty in the Senate, because to do that he does not need a vote in the House, because the House can't vote on treaties. Now, it won't immediately ban assault rifles. It won't immediately ban guns. But it will say that each country is responsible for stopping the export of small arms to rogue nations, terrorist groups, drug cartels, or what have you, and empowers each country to adopt national means to stop these exports from taking place. And that's the key. It means that over the next 3 or 4 years, this UN mandate, which is now sort of open-ended, will increasingly close in on the Second Amendment in the United States. And because a treaty supersedes the Constitution, that means the Second Amendment will provide us with no defense. So please stay in touch with this station, with these videos. Send them to your friends, get them to log on, get them to sign up so I can alert them to what's coming on, because this is Obama's secret strategy. You mark my words, that's the way it's going to play out.